Have EA given up on Star Wars Battlefront 2? I hinted yesterday that I was going to make a video on this, so before we continue, let's just recap what I said yesterday for those of you who didn't see the video already. This is a topic for another video definitely, but I will touch upon it briefly here. Do EA even care about this game anymore? We all know EA love making money like any company out there, but they will go to great lengths to make as much as possible, as shown by the progression system at the start of the game, but now they're adding hardly any skins into the game. How are they supposed to make money off this? That is what really concerns me here. With the lack of skins, it's like EA know they're not going to make much money off this game anymore, and even they don't care. I definitely feel like this topic is big enough to deserve its own video, so that's why I'm discussing it today in a bit more detail. Now let's clear up straight away, I am not saying for certain that EA have given up on Battlefront 2, I'm simply posing the question. I know a lot of my videos follow this pattern, however this one definitely will split people. Some of you will agree with me and some of you will disagree with me, so please let me know why you have a certain opinion in the comments section. So have EA given up on Battlefront 2? Also, this is not DICE I'm referring to EA. I firstly want to take a look at some statistics. Now, Battlefront 1 sold 14 million copies in total, and obviously this came out in November 2015. However, by December of 2015, just a month after it released, it had sold 12 million copies in total. Battlefront 2 had only sold 9 million copies by the same point, so December 2017. So already a month after launch, Battlefront 2 sold 3 million less copies than Battlefront 1 did at that point. So clearly it didn't do as well. It wasn't a huge drop down, but it didn't do as well. And you definitely could argue here that Battlefront 1 was the comeback game to this series, so a lot more people were hyped for it. Second time round, not as many people will buy it. It's the same with a lot of things. The Force Awakens, for example, did a lot better than The Last Jedi in the box office because it was the return to Star Wars. But we have to remember that the whole pay-to-win situation that was going around when Battlefront 2 launched did put a lot of people off the game. Nobody can deny that. EA clearly had this plan set out with Battlefront 2 that it was going to be pay-to-win, because I believe that was EA and not DICE's fault. It's pretty clear. I don't think there's ever been so much controversy around the release of a game before, definitely not one as big as Battlefront. And EA won't have liked this. They won't have liked that they had to go and change everything they put into place to suit the players like that. Now this is a personal opinion of mine, but I do firmly believe that Season 2 was originally going to be Clone Wars and it was going to come out in February or March of this year. However, the whole progression system being revamped did delay them. But I did think when the progression system launched that was the turning point for Battlefront 2. I even made a video discussing this. I thought from that point on EA were going to try and milk it as they always do and add in so many different customization options for us players to buy. And EA are a business, they have to earn money. Yes, we didn't agree with the progression system and how they wanted to earn that money through Battlefront 2, but they did change it, and here's their chance now to earn lots of money through skins. But even EA just don't seem to care at this point, and that is pretty clear with the amount of skins that were allowed to be added in the customization update for Battlefront 2. Remember, DICE do only make the content, they're not in charge of what's allowed to be added to the game. That falls to EA and Lucasfilm. And I don't think it's Lucasfilm holding back these skins, to be honest. I think it's EA. They don't see this game as a success, to be honest. I mean, who could if you work for EA? Thanks to the launch that this game actually had. There have been a lot of rumours going around, and it does make sense that most of the team working on Battlefront 2 has now moved over to Battlefield 2018. Understandable to an extent, they have to work on their next big project, and after the launch this game had, I'm sure they just want to work on something new and try and get it right this time. But this goes against the whole live service thing we were promised when Battlefront 2 launched. They promised a live service, and they're not delivering to the extent that they could. It's not like I can sit here and say they've abandoned the game, because they haven't. Whether it's new or reused content, they have added in something every month since the game has been out. Not much content has been added, to say the least. We all asked for Clone Wars and were constantly ignored. I definitely think DICE have been working on some Clone Wars content. I mean, we know they've been working on something because the Clone Legion skins are in the files. But are EA prepared to let them release most of this stuff just for it to fail? Obviously, I don't think it would fail. But do EA know that after what most people think of this game now? Most people do see it as pay to win. I hate to say it, I know it's not pay to win anymore, but most casual players who haven't touched this game in months just see it as pay to win, or the game that was pay to win. There have been leaks suggesting that there are skins ready to be added to the game, but EA are only going to let DICE release these skins if they make a lot of money off the current ones in the game, which I just don't understand the logic there if it's true, because I don't understand why people would buy most of these skins. I bought them because I'm a huge Battlefront fan. I want what's best for the game and I wanted to support the game a bit as well. But they're adding 2 skins in May, 5 skins in June. How are they going to make enough money off this? People aren't going to want to buy these skins as well if new maps and new heroes aren't coming along at the same time. Skins are good, but people also want other content, and if this is their plan, I don't see how it's going to work. Like I mentioned yesterday, the Han Solo Endor skin, the Hooded Yoda, and the Acto Ray skin are some really good ones on offer. But who's going to want to buy Bandage Chewbacca or Kylo Ren with a scar over his face? Or the bandage, whatever it is, they just love bandages. But yes, he doesn't have a cape, but for the price you have to pay, I just don't see this working. They need to bring out a lot of skins here, more legendary skins. I've made a video talking about these legendary skins. The Bausch Leia skin that's coming out next week looks amazing, and I can guarantee a lot of people are going to buy that, but how can you make enough money off just one skin? I know the Lando skin is coming as well, but I'm talking about the legendary ones, the ones that people are going to buy more than the others. What they should have done is put out, say, 5 or 6 this month, not kept us waiting another month, and see how it goes. If it does well, release more. If it doesn't, well, at least you know then. Still no roadmap in Battlefront 2. This is apparently because there's just no concrete plan in place. Things are changing all the time. And that goes to support what I'm saying here as well. I'm sure there's so much content that is ready to be added to this game, but how much are they prepared to release? EA want DICE's main priority to be Battlefield 2018 now. Where does that leave this game? Where does it leave the live service we were promised? It's pretty clear that the DICE devs do want to speak with us and communicate about future content, but EA are holding them back. Look at the content we're getting in Season 2. 2 skins, a reused map, and a game mode that sounds fun but probably didn't take too long to make compared to something like Conquest that the fans have been asking for. I don't believe this was supposed to be Season 2. Are you telling me this wasn't ready back in February or March when I personally believed Season 2 was going to come out? They did say on the website coming soon in January. Like I said at the start, I think Season 2 was supposed to be Clone Wars, but because of progression, everything got put on hold, and now that Clone Wars content, well, is it ever going to come out, or is the amount that we were going to originally get ever going to come out, because most people are now working on Battlefield 2018. I have no doubt whatsoever that the DICE devs fully care about this game and are committed to bringing us as much content as possible, but they can't do much if EA just interfere. Was this game a financial success for EA? Not really. It didn't sell as many copies as they wanted it to. There was months on end where they weren't making any money whatsoever off microtransactions because they weren't in the game, and now those microtransactions are back. Well, there's just a limited quantity of skins. I know some people will say this video is completely wrong, I shouldn't be making videos like this, but this is how I feel. I wanted to put it forward, and I know a lot of you feel this way as well. I make these videos on these certain topics because I see you guys putting it in the comments section, and if a lot of people are doing it, I want to discuss it. I'm not the only one thinking this, and I can guarantee a lot of people won't admit it either, but this is the current situation. Do EA care? Like I said, I'm just posing the question here, and for all that we know, they could care. There could be a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that we're just not aware of. I'm sure there is. But the way it comes across to most of us players is that EA have given up, and I really hope that's not the case. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.